Let's be real, folks. Some music just hits different. It's not just about the notes or the lyrics, it's about the way it makes you feel deep inside. It's that inexplicable connection that transcends the ordinary and touches the very essence of your being. You know what I'm talking about. It's that feeling you get when a song washes over you, straight to your core. It's like the music is speaking directly to you, understanding your emotions, your thoughts, and your experiences. It's a moment of pure, unfiltered connection. It's like soul food for your ears, and trust me, nobody does soul food like R&B. The genre has a unique way of blending rhythm and blues to create something that feels both timeless and contemporary. It's a genre that has evolved over the decades but has always stayed true to its roots. R&B is more than just melodies and harmonies. It's a rich tapestry of sound that tells stories of love, heartbreak, joy, and resilience. Each note, each lyric is a thread in this intricate fabric, weaving together the experiences of countless individuals. It's a tapestry woven from the threads of love, pain, joy, and resilience. These are the emotions that define our human experience, and R&B captures them all with a raw, unfiltered honesty. It's music that doesn't shy away from the complexities of life but embraces them fully. It's the soundtrack to our lives, whether we're celebrating a victory, nursing a broken heart, or just vibing to the rhythm of life. R&B is there for us in every moment, providing a backdrop to our most significant experiences and our quietest reflections. From the church pews to the street corners, R&B has been the voice of a people, carrying their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs. It's a genre that has its roots in the African American experience, but its reach is universal, resonating with people from all walks of life. It's a genre that speaks to the depths of our humanity, reminding us that we're all connected through the universal language of music. Whether you're listening to a classic track from the 60s or a modern hit, R&B has a way of making you feel seen and understood. So, buckle up, music lovers, as we embark on a journey through the heart and soul of R&B. We'll dive deep into the stories behind the songs, the artists who brought them to life, and the cultural impact they've had over the years. We'll trace its roots, celebrate its icons, and explore its evolution. From the pioneers who laid the groundwork to the contemporary artists pushing the boundaries, we'll cover it all. Get ready to groove and feel the magic of R&B like never before. To understand R&B, you gotta go back to its roots. The story of rhythm and blues is a rich tapestry woven with threads of history, culture, and emotion. It's a journey that takes us deep into the heart of America, to a place where music was more than just sound. It was a lifeline. We're talking about the Mississippi Delta, the cradle of the blues. This region, with its fertile soil and sprawling landscapes, was home to a unique blend of cultures and traditions. It was here that the seeds of the blues were planted, nurtured by the experiences and stories of the people who lived there. Back then, life was tough, especially for black folks. They faced unimaginable hardships, from the backbreaking labor in the cotton fields to the systemic racism that permeated every aspect of their lives. Yet, in the midst of this struggle, they found a way to rise above, to create something beautiful out of their pain. But even in the face of hardship, they found solace in music. The blues became a powerful form of expression, a way to channel their sorrows and joys, their hopes and fears. It was a communal experience, bringing people together in a shared understanding of their struggles and triumphs. The blues was their outlet, a way to express their sorrows and find strength in shared experiences. It was raw and unfiltered, a direct line to the soul. The music spoke of heartache and resilience, of love lost and found, of dreams deferred and dreams realized. It was raw, it was emotional, and it laid the foundation for what would become R&B. The juke joints and street corners where the blues thrived were the incubators of a new sound, a sound that would soon capture the hearts and minds of people far beyond the Delta. As black folks migrated north, the blues evolved, blending with jazz and gospel influences. The Great Migration saw millions of African Americans leave the South in search of better opportunities, and they brought their music with them. In cities like Chicago, Detroit, and New York, the blues met jazz and gospel, creating a vibrant musical melting pot. This fusion gave birth to a new sound, a sound that was smoother, more polished, but still carried the emotional weight of its predecessor. Jazz brought a sense of sophistication and complexity, while gospel added a spiritual depth and fervor. Together they created a sound that was both innovative and deeply rooted in tradition. This new sound needed a name, and in the 1940s, it got one: rhythm and blues. The term captured the essence of the music perfectly, the rhythm that made you move and the blues that spoke to your soul. It was a genre that celebrated the richness of Black culture and experience, a genre that was unapologetically bold and expressive. It was a fitting title, capturing the essence of this evolving genre. Rhythm and blues was more than just music. It was a cultural movement, a statement of identity and pride. It resonated with people from all walks of life, transcending boundaries and bringing communities together. It was music that made you move, music that spoke to your soul, music that was distinctly and unapologetically Black. R&B became the soundtrack of a generation, influencing countless artists and shaping the course of popular music for decades to come. Its legacy lives on, a testament to the power of music to inspire, uplift, and transform. Now let's talk about the architects of R&B, the pioneers who took this fledgling genre and made it soar. We're talking about legends like Ray Charles, the genius of soul, whose music transcended genres and touched hearts across racial divides. Then there's Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, whose powerhouse vocals could move mountains and whose anthems of empowerment still resonate today. And who could forget Marvin Gaye, the Prince of Soul, whose smooth vocals and socially conscious lyrics made him a voice for a generation. These artists, along with countless others, shaped the landscape of R&B. They poured their hearts and souls into their music, creating a soundtrack for the civil rights movement and beyond. Their voices echoed the hopes, dreams, and struggles of a community yearning for equality and recognition. They were more than just entertainers. They were revolutionaries, using their music to challenge the status quo and inspire change. R&B wasn't content to stay in one lane. From its inception, it was a genre that thrived on innovation and transformation. It was a musical chameleon, constantly adapting and evolving to reflect the times and the diverse experiences of its artists and listeners. Like any living, breathing art form, it evolved, absorbing influences and pushing boundaries. Musicians were always on the lookout for new sounds, new rhythms, and new ways to express their creativity. The recording studio became a laboratory of sorts, where artists experimented with different instruments, technologies, and production techniques to create something fresh and exciting. In the 1970s, funk came knocking, injecting R&B with a heavy dose of groove. This new style was characterized by its strong bass lines, syncopated rhythms, and an emphasis on the downbeat. Funk was all about the groove, and it brought a new level of energy and excitement to R&B music. Artists like James Brown, the godfather of soul, and Sly and the Family Stone brought the funk, creating music that was impossible to resist. James Brown's dynamic stage presence and innovative use of rhythm and syncopation set the standard for funk music. Sly and the Family Stone, with their eclectic mix of rock, soul, and funk, broke down musical and social barriers, creating a sound that was both revolutionary and inclusive. It was music that made you move, music that made you sweat, music that celebrated Black joy and liberation. Funk was more than just a genre. It was a cultural movement that reflected the social and political changes of the time. It was a celebration of Black identity, resilience, and creativity, and it resonated with audiences around the world. Then came the 1980s, and with it, the rise of hip-hop. This new genre emerged from the streets of New York City, bringing with it a fresh, raw energy that captivated listeners. Hip-hop was a cultural phenomenon that encompassed not just music, but also dance, fashion, and art. It was a voice for the voiceless, a platform for self-expression and social commentary. R&B didn't shy away from this new kid on the block. It embraced it. The two genres began to intersect and influence each other in profound ways. Collaborations between hip-hop and R&B artists became more common, leading to a fusion of styles that brought out the best in both genres. This cross-pollination resulted in some of the most innovative and memorable music of the era. Artists like Michael Jackson, the King of Pop, and Prince, the Purple One, seamlessly blended R&B with elements of funk, rock, and pop, creating a new wave of sonic innovation. Michael Jackson's groundbreaking albums, such as Thriller and Bad, showcased his ability to transcend genres and create music that was universally appealing. Prince, with his eclectic style and boundary-pushing creativity, redefined what it meant to be an artist in the modern era. This fusion of genres continued into the 1990s and beyond, with artists like Mariah Carey, Usher, and Beyoncé pushing the boundaries of R&B, incorporating elements of hip-hop, electronic music, and beyond. Mariah Carey's powerful vocals and innovative use of hip-hop collaborations set a new standard for R&B music. Usher's smooth style and ability to blend R&B with pop and hip-hop made him a dominant force in the music industry. Beyoncé, with her dynamic performances and genre-defying music, has become a global icon, continuing to push the boundaries of what R&B can be. The evolution of R&B is a testament to the genre's resilience and adaptability, and its ability to reflect the ever-changing landscape of music and culture.